One of the most exciting days of your life. You're finally getting the keys to your brand new home, or you're about to take possession of a major renovation that you've invested months planning and building. But after 30 years in residential construction, building custom homes, managing projects, and walking thousands of inspections, I can tell you this: possession day isn't just about getting the keys, and it's not just about seeing the finished product. It's your final opportunity to verify that you're receiving exactly what you've paid for. Most people spend more time inspecting a used car than they do a home worth thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars. Today, I'm going to walk you through the final acceptance inspection. The 12 things I would never skip before taking possession of a new home, a custom home, production home, or a newly completed major renovation. Because this isn't about looking for problems. It's about making sure your home is completely documented, understood, and ready for your family. So let's get started. Before you even walk through the front door, before anyone hands you the keys, there are a few things that should already be in place. First, your home should be professionally cleaned, not just swept out by the trades. I'm talking about a professional post-construction cleaning company. They specialize in this, making sure that your home is ready for your inspection. Every window should be cleaned. Every cabinet should be wiped out. Countertops, appliance, light fixtures, floors, bathrooms, and every room should be spotless. The exterior should also be cleaned and ready for your inspection. Very important, because it's almost impossible to inspect paint, flooring, countertops, cabinets, glass when they're covered in dust and construction grime. Remember, this is the final acceptance inspection. Make it count. Come prepared. Also, do not plan to have a moving truck to arrive the day of your possession. You need lots of time and don't be rushed. Bring your construction drawings. Bring every approved change order. Bring a notepad. Bring a flashlight. Bring a tape measure. Bring your phone with lots of storage so you can take lots of photos and videos, because you're going to want to do this properly. Don't let anyone rush you, ever. You're performing the final quality control inspection on one of the biggest investments that you'll ever make. Verify the home matches the contract. Before inspecting anything else, verify that everything you paid for has been installed. Approve change orders, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, lighting, flooring, hardware, paint colors, exterior finishes. If it's on paper, it should be in your home at this point. And number 2, document everything. Take hundreds of photos, video every room, every wall, every ceiling, every floor, every cabinet, every appliance, the garage, the mechanical room, the exterior. You'll never again see your home in brand new condition like it is this day. Document it. Number 3, complete a detailed deficiency list. Every scratch you see, every dent, every paint touch-up, every cabinet adjustment, every flooring defect, every missing piece of caulking, every loose handle. Nothing's too small. This is your time. This is your investment. If it's there, write it down, take a picture. Test everything that moves. Every window, every lock, every interior door, every exterior door, garage doors, cabinet doors, drawers, closet doors. Operate everything. Small adjustments are easy to fix before you move in. Number 5, verify the ductwork has been professionally cleaned. This is one item I consider a non-negotiable. The ductwork should be professionally cleaned after the construction has been completed. And as one of the final steps before possession, remove a couple of the floor registers. Inspect inside, bring a flashlight, check, make sure they should be spotless. Look for drywall dust, sawdust, insulation, or any other construction debris that might have ended up in there. Inspect the furnace filter, make sure that's brand new. It should be cleaned professionally, brand new. Today's high efficiency heating and ventilating systems rely on clean airflow to perform properly. Drywall dust and construction debris can prematurely load filters, reduce airflow, affect the system's efficiency, contribute to unnecessary service, and screw around with your air quality. This is what you paid for. Good air quality. Brand new home should have brand new air, not construction dust. And number 6, test every mechanical system. Run the heating system, the HRV or ERV. Run every bathroom fan. Test the kitchen hood fan. Run every faucet, flush every toilet, run every shower, test hot and cold water, check carefully for leaks. If you're taking possession during a season when the air conditioner or any other seasonal system, have it documented that it will be tested when the weather conditions allow. And number 7, inspect every appliance. Run every appliance, inspect every surface carefully, look for scratches, dents, any cracked glass, damaged handles. Open every door. Damage can happen during delivery or while the construction is being completed. If it's not documented on possession day, proving it later becomes very difficult, really difficult. Also make sure you've received every appliance manual and warranty before you leave. Very important. And number 8, inspect the entire exterior. Walk the property, check grading, driveways, concrete, decks, railings, exterior lighting, siding and flashing. Look at the roof as best as you can. Should take just as much time on the exterior as you do the interior. Like look at your landscaping, drainage, downspouts. Take just as many photos outside as you did inside. Know your home before you need it. Ask your builder or site supervisor to give you a complete orientation. Have them physically show you. The main water shutoff is important. You should know where that is. The electrical panel, know it well. The main breaker, know it. The gas shutoff, if there is a gas shutoff, know where that is. The furnace filter, the HRV controls, the water heater, and any other important shutoffs. I've seen homeowners lose valuable minutes during a plumbing emergency simply because they didn't know where the main shutoff was. That can happen quickly, especially during your first few weeks of being in the house. Those first few minutes can mean the difference between a major cleanup and just a minor problem. Just be aware of that. Also collect all important information before you leave. Builder warranty contacts, emergency service numbers, HVAC contractor, plumber, electricians, window suppliers, cabinet suppliers, where you got warranty contacts for that. And know who to call before you need them. You should have a list right there ready for you. Collect the builder's documentation, request copies of the blower door test. Very important. See those results. Hopefully you got to do one during the pre-drywall, so you have that. And make sure you have an occupancy permit, HVAC balancing report. That's nice to have. Warranty information, a survey or grading certificate, nice to have. As-built drawings for renovations, huge, nice to have. These documents become extremely valuable long after the possession. Number 11, schedule a follow-up homeowner orientation. Don't expect to learn everything on this day of possession because you're not. Remember, you're going to be excited. Your family's excited. You're thinking about moving. Today's homes are very sophisticated. High efficiency furnaces, ventilation systems, smart thermostats, humidifiers, water heaters, electrical systems. You'll remember far more after you've settled in. Ask your builder or site super to schedule a follow-up. It should be a homeowner's orientation day. Once all the excitement's over, that's when you want to deal with it. And I've also created, just to help you out, a homeowner's orientation checklist on my website. And it's free to download. Just come visit me at scottgrozelle.com and I have that waiting for you. Just remember, buying the home is only the beginning. Learning how to operate it properly, what protects your investment for years to come, is just critical. Number 12, don't sign until everything is complete, documented, and agreed upon. Before anyone signs the paperwork, make sure you've received everything that belongs with your home. That includes all appliance manuals, HVAC manuals, HRV, ERV manuals, water heater manuals, smart thermostat instructions, garage door opener manuals, warranty information, flooring care instructions. Very important. Maintenance schedules, spare keys, garage remotes, mailbox keys, if that's what you have. Any fobs that you need for like a gate entry. All these things should be provided, and I've got that list for you. So, you don't have to remember all this either. Also ask if there's any materials left over, like extra flooring tile, hardwood flooring, vinyl plank, even some roof shingles, a bit of siding, extra paint. Those kind of things are really nice to have. just for something, an accident happened, but you've got the material. So trying to find those products years later can be very difficult. And a lot of times they're discontinued. Finally, review your deficiency list one last time with the builder or site supervisor. Every outstanding item should be discussed. Every unfinished item should be identified. Every promised repair should be written down. Every seasonal holdback should have a clear explanation and an anticipated timeline. Don't leave assuming everyone remembers the conversation, because you won't. Put it in writing. That's what's important. Both you and the builder should have a clear understanding of what has been completed, what remains outstanding, who's responsible, and when those items are expected to be finished. You don't want any new surprises or assumptions or any unanswered questions, because protecting your investment doesn't end when the construction is finished. It begins the day you accept it. If you found this helpful, subscribe to my channel, please, and send this off to anybody else that you think might benefit from it, because that's why I do these videos. And like I said, come visit me at scottgrozelle.com. I do have this checklist that you can bring to your builder that's ready for you. So thank you for joining me, and we will see you again. Thank you.